In today's video, I want to share with you how I try to reset my zero waste lifestyle in a day. And with the coming of spring, I thought this was a perfect opportunity to reconnect with nature and my motivations and inspirations to live a more sustainable lifestyle. I've definitely lost my way a little bit, and I just want to find ways to re-inspire myself to keep pushing to learn more about climate change and sustainable living and how we can do things personally as well as system change. So today I wanted to share with you how I was basically going about that. And of course, as I said before, with the coming of spring, I wanted to use this opportunity to start learning how to grow my own food. And so this video, we're going to be looking at planting and preparing raised beds and just getting excited about locality, seasonality, where food is kind of at the forefront of that. So I'm really excited to share that with you. If you're new here and you like things all sustainable, then please give this video a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe so that you never miss another video. I also want to say a massive thank you to World of Bamboo for sponsoring today's video, but we'll talk about them a little bit later on. So let's get started with planting some seeds.
There. Naughty. Right, so just dig it over like that, add half a bag of compost and dig it over and then rake it. Get all the weeds and as many stones out as you want to, but that looks pretty good to me. You need to get all the bits out.
Okay, so I've just been preparing 2 of the beds and I've got 1 more bed to prepare, but it's getting late, so I'm going to finish that off in tomorrow morning, and then I'm going to start planting all of the plants that I bought ready, kind of grown. And the reason why I bought some seeds and some not is because this is the first time where I've been like completely in charge of the beds, and I'm still very, very much learning. So I wanted to make sure that I got one stage right, and I did extensive research. I've done a lot of reading on, you know, what does well in these conditions in the UK and then things like that, and I just wanted to basically just be a bit careful and make sure that I was setting myself up for success, which is why I am doing so much preparation to make sure the beds are really, you know, well sieved and got stones out and any kind of other stuff that's in there, make sure it's all toiled over and stuff like that. And then tomorrow I'm going to plant the stuff, which I'm so excited about. I think with the tomatoes, we're going to keep them inside because where we have the raised beds, it's north facing, so they don't get too much sun. But it feels really nice to be outside and get your hands dirty, and yeah, it just makes me feel more connected to kind of nature and understanding how to grow food, locality, seasonality and things like that, which definitely motivates and inspires me. So for the rest of the evening I'm going to do some reading, and then tomorrow morning I will catch back up with you guys and we will start planting some stuff, which just is so exciting. While I'm drinking my morning coffee, I just want to say a massive thank you again to World of Bamboo for sponsoring today's video. They offer organic, eco-friendly plastic alternative products for everyday use to help us reduce our plastic and do our bit to protect the planet. My personal favourite are their eco-friendly, biodegradable dishwashing sponges, which are actually made from the loofah plant. If you've never seen these loofah plants in real life, they are pretty amazing. I would highly recommend checking them out. I also really love their bamboo reusable makeup remover pads. They're something that I use every day if I'm wearing makeup or if I'm not wearing makeup, just to remove the dirt from a hard day's work or pollution from being in London, and then I just wash my face afterwards. If you guys are interested, I'll leave their link in the description below. And I really love these guys, and I love how soft these makeup remover pads are. I also have their bamboo charcoal natural air freshener bags as well, because we've got lots of animals in this house, so it's a nice way just to freshen up, especially because my cat loves to sleep on my bed. As I said, I'll leave it in the description below if you want to check them out. So let's get back to doing the garden. Even though I just seeded the cucumbers yesterday and the basil, it's always so exciting. So you come in here and you have a little look, even though you obviously know that nothing has changed. But it said it's going to be about 7 to 14 days before these even start sprouting. But because we're in a conservatory, it's going to be really warm in here. I don't have a covering for it, but it should be fine because it's inside. So yeah, I'm just really excited to see how those spring up. I mean, the flowers that we planted seeds last week have already started coming up because it's been so warm in here, which is so good. And yeah, I'm just excited to finish off the beds today. I've got some work to do that I have to go and finish, and then I'm going to get back to preparing the beds to plant. Some I might not plant this week because I'm just looking at the weather to make sure the frost has passed. It is only March, but it doesn't look like we're going to get any more frost for the rest of the year, but you can't be too sure. So I'm just going to double check the weather before we decide to do that. And yeah, I'm going to go do some work first and then get to preparing those beds. Okay, so my beds are prepared now. I've basically turned over the soil, I've sieved the soil, I've got as many stones out as possible and some hidden acorns from some squirrels from last year. And then I put on some new compost over the top to kind of make it nice and more fertile. But the good thing is we have so many worms in there, so the soil is clearly healthy. Just giving it a bit of a helping hand. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to build some nets to go over the bed so the cat doesn't go and crap in there or other kind of animals. And then I'm going to leave these, I'm going to plant the tomatoes as well, but the tomatoes I'm going to do inside because they get more sun over this side of the house. And yeah, I'm just a bit scared of my tomatoes not doing well, but my mum has always grown them really well, so we're going to do that. And then I'm going to keep these guys inside for a bit longer because I again, the frost, I'm a bit worried about the frost, so just in case, I might move them into bigger pots, but my trays are doing well. And I'm going to plant some seeds outside because I'm just going to give them a go because everything is so nice and prepared. So we're going to do that. But I'm going to probably build the fence. No, I'm going to do the seeds first and then I'll build the nets to keep the animals out because they just love to go and piss in there. And I don't really want to eat food that's been fertilized with dog or cat urine. So I'm gonna go and do that, and then once that's done I'm gonna chill and do some more reading and learning to reset that sustainable lifestyle. Okay, the beds are done for now. I'm gonna wait a few weeks before I plant the rest of my plants because I just, British weather is too temperamental and I don't want to, worry that there's gonna be a frost. And of course I can put a fleece over them, but that requires purchasing something new that I don't already have. So I think it's best to just wait. The beds aren't particularly neat, but they will do the job because the cat has already shat in them. So I had to dig that out and then put the nets over. I'm pretty happy with my DIY job, even though it's not that neat. But I think with stuff like gardening and planting your own vegetables and stuff like that, it all just takes practice because you can read as much as you possibly can, but unless you actually do something, you don't know whether you're good at it, whether you're, you know, going to find it tough. And this I found incredibly rewarding. This is about 3 days work that I've just done to prepare the beds and plant stuff, and I just kind of want more. So depending on how my seedlings do and stuff like that, I may consider doing some peas so I can build a trellis. But all the advice that I've read and watched is all said that if you're starting your new garden for the first time, then you should just always start small, stay humble, don't take on too much too soon, because a small, well-tended garden can produce so much more than a large, you know, garden that's forgotten about. So I'm starting small, starting with things that I know that my parents have done before in their garden and it's worked well. And yeah, I'm just really excited. Another reason why I bought some plants without seeding is just because it takes a lot less long as well. Look, my hair is so frizzy from the wind. Anyway, thank you for watching episode 1 of Resetting My Zero Waste Sustainable Lifestyle. This is definitely the first episode of many, and on Sunday I'm going to be doing a food prep for spring where I'm going to go do some foraging for wild garlic. I actually just popped out to go and see if there's some in my local wood, but there's not enough in that area to warrant foraging. You've got to be really careful about how you forage, what you forage, and make sure you don't, you know, disturb any kind of wildlife that depend on food and things like that. So I'm going to go get up really early tomorrow and go and see if I can find more abundance in a wood near me. They really love damp conditions, so, and there are so many woods near here, so I'm gonna go and check that out tomorrow, and that will be in Sunday's video. Also, for those of you asking me about sprouts, that again is in Sunday's video, my food prep for spring. That's gonna be a full sprouting, show you how to do it, so if you're interested, it will be there. Also, I'm going to be doing a reel on Instagram on how to sprout, so that's going to be a 30-second video if you just want something cut to the chase. But yeah, anyway, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and support the channel. Give the subscribe a hit, and I will see you on Sunday. Thank you so much for watching.